Welcome back to Outside Shots here, presented by thelines.com. My name is Eli Herskovich. You can follow me on Twitter at Eli Herskovich. You can follow The Lines on Twitter at The Lines US. Recording here on Thursday, February 23rd, previewing number 21 Northwestern. Yes, you heard that correctly. Northwestern in the AP Top 25 poll, the latest AP Top 25, heading down to Champaign-Urbana in Illinois, taking on the Fighting Illini. Remember, before we get started, to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notifications whenever a new episode on any sports betting market by thelines.com is released. Also, thelines.com is giving away a $25 Amazon gift card in our daily college hoops pick'em contest. Also, NBA and golf mixed in as well. For more details, head over to play.thelines.com. And as always, join the Lines Discord betting channel to get notifications when we place wagers on any sport, including college basketball futures. And looking at this Illinois Northwestern matchup, Illinois between a 5.5, 6-point home favorite, minus 255 on the money line, total between 136 and 136.5. So what does that mean? If you bet Illinois minus 5.5, so to win by 6, or Illinois minus 6, so pushes, it would push if the Illini win by 6, and it would win if Illinois wins by 7 or more. Let's say you bet $110 on either of those wagers, you would win $100. Now, if you bet Illinois to win the game outright at minus 255, let's say you bet $255 on that wager, you would win $100. So looking at Northwestern first, not only are the Wildcats outside of the Big Ten basement, we've seen Northwestern struggle mightily in recent years. They made the NCAA tournament once, or they made it once in Chris Collins' tenure, but have struggled pretty much ever since. I believe that came in the 2016-2017 season. But Northwestern, this time around, this Big Ten slate, has won 5 straight games, including a win over number 1 Purdue, then number 1 Purdue at home, going back to Super Bowl Sunday, actually. And they also beat Indiana at home, and then a blitzkrieg of Iowa, a dominant victory over the Hawkeyes this past Sunday. And Northwestern is led by its defense. Their adjusted defensive efficiency per KenPom ranks number 22 across Division I. So one of the best defenses in terms of points per possession allowed per 100 possessions across Division I. And they're also driven by their ball pressure. Northwestern generating the 32nd highest steal rate in college basketball. Now, if you look at some of their individual players in particular, Northwestern has one of the better backcourts in the Big Ten, Boo Buie and Chase Audige, who has been able to avoid the injury bug unlike past seasons. So Northwestern's backcourt can really fill it up with their guards, and whether it's off a dribble penetration or from behind the arc. Now, this game probably boils down to pace, but first let's look at one of Illinois' key pieces, because he plays a big role in the handicap. Texas Tech transfer Terrence Shannon Jr., who's missed at least Illinois' last game at Indiana with a concussion, dealing with concussion-like symptoms. So if you look at this matchup with Illinois in a rematch against Northwestern, and how well Terrence Shannon Jr. has played since joining Illinois this season, another player that's dealt with injuries before transferring over to this program, played for Chris Beard and Texas Tech in years past, but again, dealing with the concussion, and his status is unknown for tonight's game. But this game will boil down to pace and tempo, like I mentioned, and Northwestern was able to dictate that department in their previous matchup in Evanston, Illinois. Northwestern picked up a 13-point victory as home underdogs in that game. And Northwestern not only was able to limit Illinois' transition attack, Wildcats only picked up 8 turnovers in that matchup. And this Illinois defense relies on its ball pressure to then leak out on the fast break and generate points again in transition. But Northwestern picked up 40 free throw attempts as well in that matchup. And this is a team that relies heavily on getting to the free throw line. Doesn't necessarily shoot the basketball particularly well. Bottom 60 across Division I in effective field goal percentage. But they have the highest free throw rate. So they get to the line the most among all Big Ten teams in conference play this season. And again, they got to the line a ton in their previous matchup against Illinois. So that's going to play a big role in tonight's game, whether or not Illinois can get revenge against Northwestern or Northwestern pulls off another upset per the betting odds in their second meeting with Illinois. And if you look at foul trouble in particular with the Illini, Matt Meyer and Dane Danger, two Baylor transfers, have struggled to stay out of foul trouble. So definitely something to monitor for tonight's game, along with Terrence Shannon Jr.'s status. For more college basketball analysis, head over to thelines.com and check out my most recent article on UConn and how to approach their national title or Final Four futures. And thelines.com, again, is giving away a $25 Amazon gift card in our latest College Hoops Pick'em contest. For more details, head over to play.thelines.com. Also, check out the Lines Podcast Network. Just search The Lines on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you find your favorite podcasts to listen to my recent college basketball podcast on Outside Shots, chatting with Circa Sports director out in Vegas. Recorded the interview in Vegas this past weekend with the director out at Circa, Matt Metcalf. Again, head over to thelines.com. Follow The Lines on Twitter at TheLinesUS. Thanks for watching and listening. So long, everybody.